Hey guys, I'm so excited for the 2025 gymnastics season, and so I'm going to be making a ton of videos about talking about all these different teams. And this video I'm going to be talking about Oklahoma. Oklahoma this year is going to have only 16 athletes on their team, which is not a lot. Some other teams have like 25, but it's okay. They're going to have 6 new freshmen: Elizabeth Blessy, Addison Fata, Ellie Mueller, Lily Peterson, Kelsey Slade, and Addison Snow, and I'm sorry if I pronounced those wrong. Sophomores on their team are Aspen Lenser, Hannah Scheibel, Kaylin Smith, and Kiera Wells. The juniors are Ava Seigfeld and Faith Torres. Jordan Bowers, Danae Fletcher, and Danny Sievers are the seniors. And then Audrey Davis is a graduate student. So this is her 5th year. There's going to be 6 new freshmen, so I think that's really good for their team. They lost Catherine Lavasser last year, which she was like one of their best athletes, including Audrey Davis and Jordan Bowers. Those 2 gymnasts are still on the team, but they're seniors and graduate students this year, so they're going to be graduating this year. So yeah, I think that their team will be pretty strong this year. I want to talk about a few of the athletes. So Audrey Davis, she has done all around. She did all around last year for a few meets, and she has beforehand just normally done bars and like sometimes like vaults and like beam. She's really, really good on the bars. Her bars are just incredible. She's such an amazing athlete. I'm pretty sure she got a 10 this year, 2024, this season on the bars. I'm not quite sure though. All of her events are just so pretty. She's just such an amazing, great athlete. And then Jordan Bowers, she's a senior this year. She's an incredible athlete. She's a really good all-around. Last year, she nearly had a gym slam and in a single meet. She got she did every single event, and the highest score you can get in a meet is a 10. She got 3 10s out of the 4 apparatuses she competed on. And the other one, the beam, she got a 9.925, which is still a really, really high score. So it's really, really cool. And the funny part is that she's never gotten a 10 on the beam, and so she got a 10 on every other event in that single meet, but then she didn't get a 10 on the beam just ever in her career, but she's gotten multiple 10s. She's an incredible athlete. I think she will do even better this year. I think she deserves a 10 for sure on the beam. Her beam is just amazing. She has a lot of dancing, great beam work. I would say her floor is my favorite because her first pass this year was a front handspring, front double twist, which is a like front flip 720, twist forward into a punch front tuck, and her control on it is just amazing. So difficult to do. She makes it look like a person jumping on a tramp. Just really, really easy. It's amazing. I really, really like her bars also. It's very pretty. She's a taller athlete, so her bars look more elegant, and her lines on the bars are just beautiful. And then another athlete is Faith Torres I want to talk about. She's a junior this year. For 2025, she'll be a junior, and she's a really amazing athlete. She also did like all around in her freshman and sophomore year mostly. Sometimes she didn't, but she's really, really good on the floor. She has a lot of power. She does a double layout. Also really, really good on the beam. She was ranked like in the top 10 athletes on the beam last year, so she was she's really good on all events though. Those are just her star events. I'm pretty sure on the beam she did a side aerial to back layout on a 4-inch wide beam. Like that's crazy. She might have even done a second layout, I'm not sure. Okay, the 4th athlete I want to talk about is Danielle Sievers. She's also going to be a senior this year, and she's just I love her smile. She has an amazing, happy smile. She always looks really happy and excited to compete, and she just is so amazing. She normally is like a leader, like a line. What's it called? She normally goes first in a rotation on an event. So like on the vault, she would go like on the vault bars, beam, or floor. She'd go first before everyone else. She'd be the first athlete to compete. And she's an amazing gymnast. I really like her bars. Her bars are really pretty. Last year she did not compete all around. I'm not sure if she did any other year, but all I know is that her bars are incredible. Like, she's the leadoff performer, and she gets 9975s on her routines, and they're just perfect. Like, I would give it a 10. It's just amazing. She's also really good on the vaults. Her vaults are incredible. I don't think I've ever seen her on the beam. But her floor is also really, really good. She's super happy when she's on the floor. She competed last year on floor in the last meets of the year. And then the fifth athlete I want to talk about is Danae Fletcher. This year she did not compete due to injury, I'm pretty sure. She competed in like the first couple of meets, and like I'm pretty sure maybe the last couple, I'm not sure. But she's an incredible athlete. I do remember from 2023. I think she's really good on the bars, and the floor is incredible. Her floor, she's a really powerful athlete, really explosive. I think she's gonna do a lot of good things this year as well. And then sophomore athlete Kiera Wells, this year, she helped their team a lot all around. I'm pretty sure she did most work on the beam and the vault. So her vaults are really, really, really good. She gets a lot of amplitude and height and distance. I think her vault is one of my favorite, and the entire season she consistently hit her vault. So yeah, she's an amazing athlete. I think she'll do a lot on the team this year as well. And then the seventh athlete I want to talk about is Hannah Scheibel. Hannah Scheibel is a sophomore this year, and she helped out the team this year a lot on the vault. I'm not sure if she competed on any other events. I'm pretty sure she competed like once or twice on the bars, but that's it. She is an all-around though, so she can compete on every other event, but she did incredible vaults this year, and I'm pretty sure she got like a 10 on her first meet ever, so that was pretty cool to watch. And then the final athlete I want to talk about is Ava Seigfeld. She didn't compete in 2023, I don't think, but she competed last year. She's a really, really good athlete. She got a 10 on the beam on her first meet competing. But she wasn't the most consistent on the beam. But I think, she did compete on the vaults too, and I'm pretty sure a few times on the floor. So she helped the team a lot last year too. And then the graduate student, Catherine Lavasser, who already is not on the team anymore, she graduated, was an incredible athlete for Oklahoma. She really, really stood out on the vaults, which was her best event. She got like 7 10s on the vault. I think it was incredible. She just really was good at finding her landing, and she got like 9 feet into the air, so it was really impressive. I watched like a little video on her vaults, like all the science about it and stuff. It's really cool. But anyway, she, I think, did all around last year too. She did a double tuck off the bars, but her bars was incredible as well. I mean, their whole team, like every single routine, it's really, really hard to give them a deduction because of how clean and good they are. I mean, it's just so impressive. Like, looking at teams that are ranked in the 10s and the 20s, you can like see like, oh yeah, they made a couple mistakes, but Oklahoma is just like, where was the mistake? Like, why is it a 9-9? It should be a 10, an 11 even. Like, it's just so good. I don't know how they do it, but yeah. So Catherine Lavasser, she did a half in, half out on the floor, and it was really, really high and cool, and she like I don't know, the way she did it just like really put me in awe. So, and it inspired me to learn how to do my half in, half out, which is basically you half turn, double front flip, and then half turn again. So it's like half in, right? Double front flip, and then half out. That's why it's called a half in, half out. Oklahoma was incredible. The entire season, they were ranked first. Like, no other team even passed them one time. And their first meet of the year was a 197.825, which is like unheard of. It's crazy. and they set the record of like the highest meet score ever with a 198.95. Just insane. And everyone expected them to win the national championships because they've won 6 national titles now. 2014, they tied with Florida. 2016, 2017, 2019, 2022, and 2023. And everyone thought they would win 2024 and get 3 in a row. But in the semifinals, it was so bad. Their first event, the vault, they were so excited to compete. And then Faith Torres fell on her vault, and then Catherine Lavasser, the person who's gone, she fell on her vault as well. And then Audrey Davis, I think, fell on her vault, and it was just a big crumble of event. Or no, I think it was like Jordan Bowers or something who fell. But anyway, 3 gymnasts fell, and so they had to count 2 falls, and that really just crushed them down. I think they still got like a 48-7 though. They still, that's like insane for 2 falls counting. But they still got a 196.6625, which is like a great score for most teams. And then on the beam as well, their third event, they also had 2 gymnasts fall. And so they had to count Catherine Lavasser's fall on the beam too, which was like, after that, it was like, yeah, they're not making it. It's too late. And even with that first rotation, they could have still made it. But like the other teams were Florida, Utah, and Alabama. Alabama was out of it. They had a horrible night. They had like 7 falls. And the beam, they had like 4. 4 of their gymnasts fell. So it was just a really, really rough night for them. But let's see, Florida and Utah, they both got like 197.8 or higher, which is a full point higher than what Oklahoma got. So yeah, it was no game at that point after the first rotation. And then what happened to Alabama on the beam, it was just over for those 2 teams, and everyone already knew who was going to make it. LSU won the national title this year, but I think that if Oklahoma made it, they would have easily crushed the competition. So that was lucky for LSU. But I think this year, because of how many new freshmen they're going to have on their team too, 6 freshmen, I'm not sure how much of an impact they'll make on the team, but I'm pretty sure that this year, these gymnasts they only have 16 athletes, but they only lost like Catherine Lavasser and like a couple others, I think. So I think this year they're going to have a really, really good team. I think they'll easily be ranked number 1 because KJ Kindler, she's Oklahoma's head coach. I think she has some fire that started in her heart, and she's going to really just train these athletes crazy this year. So 2025, my predictions, they're going to be the number 1 team most of the year. I don't think they'll be dominant the entire time, but I think they'll mostly be dominant. LSU, I will talk about them in the next video. Their team is probably Oklahoma's greatest rival for sure. LSU and Oklahoma is going to be one of them this year. Those 2 teams are really strong this year. Both of them are getting insane athletes. I don't know any of the Oklahoma new freshmen, but I know a lot of the LSU new freshmen. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed these gymnastics videos, and I hope that this camera quality was better. I moved to a different room with better lighting, so I hope this is good. Okay, thank you so much. See you guys.